Hey everyone, how you doing? Jeff here, how you doing? Hey, I've been in classrooms recently. I've been trying to get into classrooms more. I just thought I'd do a little instructional shout out for those teachers working hard, which is all of you, right? You're working so hard. I wanted to just share out some things that I saw that were so awesome and positive last week. So I'm in Mrs. Muller's classroom. I love that. Look, she's got her learning targets up. It's a great example. What I like is it is in kid voice, like math. I can identify and use patterns to multiply. In science, I can explore using a push force called friction. I can, so I love the I cans, those are awesome as part of our learning targets. She has some other learning targets over here on second step with problem solving stuff. Last week it was great to come in her room and see kids who had researched animal adaptations and were presenting in front of the class. It's always great to see kids sharing their thinking and their learning with their peers, as well as it's great for other kids to have an opportunity to participate being an audience member. So it's important to be active listeners, so they're learning both listening and speaking, which is also part of reading and writing. So listening and speaking is such a good, important part of it. And that's a key point for our multilingual learners too. When they do the WIDA, which used to be called the ELPA, they do listening, speaking, as well as reading and writing. So those are good skills to have. So it was nice to go in and see that. Some other things that I saw this last week instructionally that were great were I saw the audio systems being used by teachers. That's always great because then kids, no matter where they're at in the room with the 4 speakers set up, kids can hear you, especially with masks on. It's even better. So thank you teachers for using your audio systems. I also saw kids being able to use that. And that's a great tool as well. Sometimes our kids don't speak up or project as much. So when they're up here presenting, they can use those. When they're reading at for the class to hand that to them. So I saw that going on, which is great. So using the audio system for yourself as well as for your kids. And then I saw some kids who were doing some writing. And it was great because not only did they write, but they had an opportunity to come up and share in front of the classroom what they had written. Even a student who didn't write much, the teacher helped that student by, the student came up and that teacher had them verbalize, because we know verbalizing first is the first step before you can write. So I'm glad that that differentiation happened where that student could come up and still participate. It's important to keep those things in mind. So, just some of those things that you guys are doing that I appreciate. It's nice to see interactive read alouds, which are short, not super long, but they're introducing, and you guys are using some turn and talk, so it's great to see that also going on. I saw some science, which I love to see, and it's like, do we do much science? Well, we're trying to fit it in, so I appreciate teachers doing science last week when I went into classrooms as well. There was a lot of math going on. I know it's hard to get done in one day, sometimes the lesson that you're trying to do, and so trying to be mindful of doing that. I love the PLCs and the work that they were sharing with each other, struggling with how much we want to do, how much we're trying to figure out what they know, when do we assess them, the mid-module assessment seems too long, exit ticket seems kind of short, thinking about maybe doing topic A, topic B, topic C, so on, trying to do some assessments in between like that. So just talking with each other and problem solving through how to make sure our kids are getting it and understanding it. So last week it was great to get in your classrooms. I was able to go in with Director Chuck Whitfield. He was super impressed by our kids and what was going on in our school and the hard work that you guys are doing as teachers. So it was good to see other people coming in, and obviously I would like to have more people come in just to see what you guys are doing. You guys are working super hard every day, and I appreciate the instructional practices that you're doing to meet the needs of your special education students, your multilingual learners, the kids that are behind a little bit in reading. Lots of small groups going on with reading, which was great to see. Some led by teachers, and some where teachers were letting the kids, the older kids were doing them, and they were running their own guided reading groups and using the cards, and it was really productive. So anyway, keep up the good work. Just wanted to share with you that information instructionally. I appreciate your hard work. All right, thanks.